In today's video, I'm going to be giving you 10 tips to help you instantly become a better player on Rebirth Island or any game mode in general. So with that being said, make sure you pay attention to these tips and tricks because they will help you become a better player and possibly help you drop your first 20 bomb. But a little disclaimer, don't try to apply all these tips to your gameplay at once because you're going to get confused and it's not really going to work out. And believe me, I've done that before and I just got so confused and just felt like I needed to focus on one or two things at a time, and that's what really helped me improve to become a 2.5 through a 3 KD player. So make sure you pay attention, and with that being said, let's jump right into it. This first tip is to land the same spot consistently. If you land the same spot every game, or just basically every game, your muscle memory is going to be so used to that whenever you land, you're going to know where all the crates are at, how many enemies are normally there, or if it's necessarily a sweaty spot. I do land control. I know it's going to be a hot drop. I know where all the loot's at there. I've landed there pretty much every single day for the past year and a half, so I have memorized that spot to a T. So if you do this, then it will help you instantly become a better player. And a lot of people don't think about this, so make sure that you do it to get the upper hand against your enemies. So tip number 2, and easily one of the best tips in today's video, is going to be utilizing your cover in gunfights. So notice whenever I'm going into this gunfight here, I get shot in the back by another enemy. Well, I'm going to slide behind this wall to utilize my cover to avoid taking damage. And this is what ultimately allows me to win the gunfight. As you see here, whenever I notice I have enough cover, I go into this room, act like I'm running away to bait him into a re-challenge, come right back out, catch him in attack sprint with his gun up so he's not able to shoot me, so I'm able to win that gunfight. And yes, this was a real player too, even though it said level 1, it was just a visual glitch that there is right now, so that was a real player. So you know that this tip works because it is one of the best tips for fighting outnumbered, and even just in 1v1s if you are caught in a bad spot. So make sure you do this any chance you get you are in a bad spot or just fighting outnumbered, because it is broken. Tip number 3 is going to be securing your loadout down early. Now what this is going to do for you is it's going to secure your ability to get more kills in early game and even late game, because what a lot of people are doing in first circle is looting up, not really focusing on kills, but they are missing out on so much kill potential. In this first circle, I'm able to pick up 20 kills since I got my loadout crate early. And say that I didn't get my loadout crate. Say we were stuck looting up for loadout for I'd say around 1 minute straight. That's first circle, and it starts to close, which gives us another minute. With that time, I already got my loadout, got my perks, and my lethal and tacticals, so I still have half of first circle to get immediately into the action to get a lot of kills, and I could have picked up easily 10 or 15 kills in that time frame. So make sure that you are getting your loadout early because it will make you comfortable with your guns, TTK, and the movement advantages, and this overall lets you win more gunfights. So make sure you're getting your loadout in first circle as soon as possible, and just getting into the action immediately after that. Oh Lord. So notice how in every single gunfight I'm taking, I'm never standing still. Well, there is a benefit to doing this. So if you're standing still in a gunfight, then you're going to take a lot more damage than necessary, and you're not going to get rotational aim assist. Rotational aim assist is what you see here. Notice how I was moving backwards and to the left. It gives me two things. Like I said before, for one, makes me a very hard target to hit in case that was a real player. Then he would have landed very few shots on me. For two, it increased my rotational aim assist, which as you see here, drug my aim to him. Say I was off by like a few centimeters, would have drugged my aim back to him. So make sure you are strafing your left stick left, right, and backwards in a gunfight always. Tip number 5, and something I wish I would have learned a lot sooner, is going to be pre-firing and keeping your crosshairs centered. What this will allow you to do is win more gunfights while taking less damage and getting more damage on the enemy since your crosshairs centered. So as I'm sliding down here, my crosshairs are in the center of my screen, and I'm shooting before I even see the enemy, as you've seen right there. What this allowed me to do was it allowed me to not take any damage in that gunfight, and since I've seen him down there and already damaged him, I knew he was around that corner, so I had pre-fired it and I was able to get that kill without taking damage. So make sure you are always keeping your crosshairs in the middle of your screen or just a little bit up, because that's going to allow you to get high damage areas on your enemy and first shot off. And pre-fire if you think an enemy is around the corner, because this will make you a better player instantly, I promise. Yo, low key, could get a 50 bomb. Never had 20 kills in first circle before. This feels weird. Oh, no, dude. Sit down on the ground. Tip number 6 is going to be always working towards your next gunfight. You'll notice throughout this entire gameplay, I'm never stopping and just like opening up a random crate, and even if I do, I'm just doing it to like get a plate or some ammo, or in case I need a little bit of cash. I'm not just looting around trying to get the world's best loot, because at the end of the day, you're going to die within the game, and even if you don't, you spent so much time looting that you're not going to have as much time for kills. So make sure you are always trying to work to your next gunfight if you want to become a better player, and even drop your first 20 bomb, because like I said before, you'll notice that throughout this entire gameplay. Bro, we can play a few more games. I told you. I got a while. Tip 7 is going to be popping UAVs. Now, what a UAV does for you is once you buy it from the buy station, it's going to show you where pretty much everyone on the minimap is at. Your minimap is in the top left corner of your screen. It's this little square. And as you can see here, there's these little dots on it. Yours are going to be red, but I customized mine to be purple. Notice how this one has an arrow above it, and then one of them doesn't have an arrow, or some of them have an arrow below them. Those indicate where the enemies are located. The dots show where they're at on the map, but the arrows show what level they're on. No arrow means on my level, or your level. Up arrow means they're above you. The down arrow means they're below you. The red ones are your enemies, and then the colorful ones that are not red are going to be your teammates. Pay attention to that, and I guarantee you, you will pick up more kills, because at the end of the day, that's about what every single good Warzone player does, is pay attention to their minimap, because after every kill in Resurgence, you get a minimap ping for a few seconds where their teammates are at. So the second you get a kill, train your eyes to look at the minimap. You'll see this whenever I'm streaming, or like when I'm recording videos. Sometimes I'll whenever I get a kill, my eyes will dart to the minimap subconsciously. So make sure you're always looking at the minimap after every kill. And this also is kind of part of a UAV tip. Oh, it sucks. Tip number 8 is going to be hip firing. If you don't know what hip firing is, it means shooting your gun without aiming. As you see here, when I'm shooting this enemy, I'm not aiming my gun, and I'm hip firing. This gives me several advantages. Number 1, it allows me to keep my FOV open and not get my camera broken as easily. Like, say if he slid to my side, I would have been able to easily adjust it and turn without aiming and look at him again, instead of if I was aiming, I'd have to turn while being aimed. That's a little bit more difficult to do. So that is another bonus to hip firing. And then another one is going to be no aim assist. You get no aim assist within 5 meters of an enemy. I think it's either 3 to 5 meters, somewhere between that range. And it's just a straight cut off. You're gonna feel it. I don't know if they updated it to where it's gradual, but last time I checked, just straight cut off. So that's also what hip firing is going to do when you're very close to an enemy. It's gonna allow you to hit your shots. So make sure you are always hip firing when you are very close to an enemy, because this will allow you to take less damage in gunfights and win more gunfights. I'm going for a 60 bomb. Oh, I know. I could drop a 60. Yeah, but not in casuals. I know. On my lap, bruh. Don't wipe the lobby. Need 10 more for the 60. 10 more for the 60 bomb. Yeah. Bro, I'm not even worried about getting UAV right now. But thanks for that. Tip number 9 is to play from your positioning. Now what this means is playing from a relatively safe area to get a lot more kills without taking less damage. You'll see it right here. Notice how I'm getting shot at. I'm using like this awning thing on top of industries to my aid. It's like a piece of cover or a piece of positioning. Similar to tip 2, using your cover like against your enemies and isolating your 1v1s, but playing from positioning is a little bit different because it means like if there are multiple enemies or someone's like shooting at you, or even if you're just in a really uncomfortable 1v1, then you are on a safe area that you can easily back away from that gunfight and then re-engage since you are on a piece of positioning that is towering over them, and it's basically going to allow you to win a lot more gunfights and become a better player. So make sure you are playing from positioning any chance you get. There's 59. My last and final tip, and the most important one to help you become a better player, is going to be on in-games. Now, in-game happens once respawn or gulag disables. Now, what this means is if you are playing solo and you die, you go back to the lobby, you don't get to respawn, you don't get to be bought back. But if you're playing duos, trios, or squads and you die, then you are able to be bought back by your teammates, but you don't respawn with your resurgence timer or get your gulag. Now, this is a lot of things. This is something that a lot of people kind of struggle with because they think it's like kind of like Fortnite, where you kind of like camp or like camp in a sky base or camp in a building and kind of just stay in your own corner to like a 1v1 or 1v2. That's not what you do. You can play off positioning to get more kills, because I've racked up 10, 15, 20 kills in-game alone just from playing my positioning and picking off enemies rotating in. Because like I say in every video, the recipe to in-games is in zone with cover, then power positioning. Let me break that down for you. Getting in zone means getting in zone before anyone else, or at least try to. Then with cover means like an area that can shield you from getting shot at, or basically just protect you. Then with power positioning is high ground on them fools. Get on high ground, and I mean spray and pray on them. Shoot at every single person you see, and I guarantee you, you will win more games. Now, unfortunately, we do win this with 61 kills, so that was kind of my fault. So make sure you really pay attention to this tip. Bro, that's still getting put into a video. So what I actually meant to say was we end up losing that game with 61 kills, but if you find my videos helpful or just enjoy my content at all, please consider dropping a sub down below, because it really helps out the channel, motivates me to put more content out there for y'all, because all my goal is to do is number 1, help y'all get better at Warzone and entertain y'all, and then number 2, make this a living, because I've always wanted to be a streamer since like I was 6 years old. I always talked about being a streamer in video games on YouTube, so please consider dropping a sub down below. Now, another thing I want to say is I'm getting back on the YouTube grind. I know I've been kind of like distant from YouTube here lately. That's because like my voice has been cracky, and it's my motivation for YouTube has been very low right now. But I'm doing a disciplined thing where I'm just going to tell myself I'm going to do it, or else it's not going to get done. I'm going to lose followers. So that's what we're doing now. So with that being said, please consider dropping a sub and go check out this video if you like my content and you want to basically learn more tips and tricks on Rebirth Island.